mission.
Yeah, they
To
lose
that last
400,
one.
500 guys every mission, you know.
Yeah.
God, it was terrible. Anyway,
So you did flying?
when I bought the first airplane, when Ed and I bought it, I should say, we bought it from Ronald. Ronald had bought the airplane. He moved up to John Day, Oregon, left the airplane here with me for a year. He came back and got the airplane, flew it up. He didn't even have a license.
Yeah.
He had a student's license. And I told him, I says, Jesus, Ronald, I'll fly it up there for you, you know. Yeah, no, I can do it. All I got to do is follow the road, you know. Yeah, well, he followed the road in the wrong one because he ran out of gas. He landed on a road near a farm, and the farmer saw the airplane land on the road going past his house, came out and found out that Ron had run out of gas. So he took him, I guess it was 5 or 6 miles through a town and got him some regular car gas, put it in it, and he made it to John Day. Well, he stayed in John Day with that airplane for maybe a year, and he couldn't make the payments, you know. So he called me up and he says, "You want to buy my airplane?" And I said, "Yeah." I really liked that airplane. That was a nice airplane.
What kind was it?
That was the one you rode in.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it was a Grumman Cheetah. It was 1978 Grumman Cheetah, 4-place, 150 horse. Wasn't real powerful, but God, it was so smooth to fly. You know, where it almost land by itself. Really, it was nice. Of course, the day I took you, it was pretty bumpy.
I was going to say, you said it's smooth to fly, and I trust you 100%.
Yeah, you do.
Okay. And we went down the runway,
Yeah.
and we were going to do a loop around the airport and come
Right.
back and land, right?
Right.
We went down the runway, you turned left, and the wind caught your wing.
Yeah.
I thought we were going to flip over in the sky. I mean, it went whoop, and about, like some kind of a dogfight out
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
And that plane turned, and I just kind of looked over and I'm going, holy crap.
I know. I remember that so much, Rod. It even scared me.
Okay. Because you didn't say a damn thing. All you did was just, like it's normal.
Yeah.
And then Bert got his airplane,
Yeah.
and he asked me to fly. I don't trust Bert driving me across the street in a golf cart.
Yeah.
And for some reason, I got in the plane with him,
Yeah.
and I was so comfortable. Because
Yeah.
I'd already gone through hell.
Yeah. You did. Well, you know, Bert.
Bert actually did a very good job, yeah.
Bert became a damn good pilot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I flew with him.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Anyway, we went. Ron called me and asked me if I wanted to buy the airplane, so I said, "Yeah, I'll buy it." So Ed Ryan drove me from my house to Klamath Falls, Oregon, and Ronald met me in Klamath Falls with the airplane.
Yeah.
So Ed took off back for the Bay Area, and I went to John Day with Ron in the airplane. And I dropped him off. I stayed overnight, and I left the next day. And I flew the airplane back to the Bay Area,
Yeah.
into Concord. And we had the airplane in Concord for 4 years, and then we moved to Napa Airport, because tie-downs were cheaper and the gas was cheaper.
Yeah.
And we were there for, I guess, 8 years. A total of 12 years I owned that airplane. And I loved it. It was a great airplane. Finally one day though, Ed says, "Oh God, you know, I think it's about time we sell the airplane." I said, "Yeah, okay, you know." So we sold it and split the money. And, yeah, we got doubled our money that we paid for the airplane.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
And all the fun you had with
And
it.
all the fun that we had. We went every weekend. Ed and I would go to some different airport here in Northern California from the Bay Area. So in all the years that we were flying that airplane, we hit 33, I think it was, airports. The small ones,
Yeah.
you know, all over the place. The ones that you wouldn't think you would normally go to, we'd fly to them just to say we were there.
Yeah.
You know, it was a lot of fun, boy, a lot of fun.
Put
That little airplane.
Put a pin in the map.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like pin on the map. Yeah. And then after that one, after I sold that one, I went quite a few years really until I bought my next one, which was a Cessna 172, a 1963 model, old model, you know.
Yeah.
But it had, geez, beautiful panel in it. It was really equipped well, you know. And, oh, a dream to fly. Got it, just floated in, you know. And squeak, squeak, when you hit the runway, you know, it was really nice. But there again, I just had the urge, you know. I got a good deal, offer on it, and so I sold it, you know. And then, after Mary died, I'd talked about getting another airplane while Mary was alive.
Yeah.
She says, when I die, you can buy any goddamn airplane you want to buy. You know, it's a joke she was saying. God, kills me sometimes when I think about it. But after she did pass away, then I waited, a year maybe, and I bought this last airplane, which was a beauty.
Yeah.
But I never enjoyed it. And I just didn't even like flying it.
Yeah.
You know, funny. So, there again, I took it to the same guy that sold my other two and had him sell that one for me. Of course, I took a dump on this one. You know, because I paid a good price for it, and I lost about $8,000 on it. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I can compare that with the gaining on the other
The
two,
other ones you
losing
had?
a little on this one. So I'm even, you
Yeah.
know, and
Oh.
all the experience and fun I had, you know.
Yeah. It's all
And then-
about the stuff
Then
you
I
did.
belong. I don't belong. A friend of mine that is a Scottish Rite member, which is part of the Masonic organization. He's a good friend of mine. Has an airplane. We were parked right next to each other at Concord.
Yeah.
So he's always, I've gone with him several times, and he says, anytime you want to take my airplane, take it, you know. But I don't want to do that. But I'll go with him anytime.
Sure.
Yeah. So I still got my fingers in it.
Yeah. You can
I'll
still
never
do it.
get out of it, I don't think. You know, every time I pass this airport here in Reading, I think, God, you know, if I was living up here now, I know I'd have another airplane.
Yeah.
You know, because this is such a great area to fly in.
Nice.
You know, the traffic is light. You know, and the weather's always. You know, you have a lot of
air.
beautiful weather here. You know, so
The scenery must be pretty too.
yeah, it is. Yeah. Where were we, Rodney?
Some of your hobbies, guitar playing.
Oh yeah, well,
I don't know how, you got a list, but let's go.
when did-
Played in a band for a while.
Yeah.
You built rifles for a while.
Do I?
The
Oh
rifles.
yeah, yeah.
So-
Well, the band. Let's go to the band
Yeah.
first. I'm trying to think of when it was. Do you remember that friend of mine, Bob Hall?
Yeah, that was in 1960.
60 something, because he had a
66.
66 GTO, I think he had.
I met her in 67, so it was 66.
Okay,
Because Dad and I lived there.
yeah.
Lived at your house for that.
Well, anyway, I belonged to an archery club at that time,
Yeah.
and they had a little two-piece guys would play at our clubhouse, you know. We'd play them country songs, you know. And one day, the one guy said to me, Jack, he says, why the hell don't you buy a bass and we'll kind of make a little group out of this? And I thought, hey, why not, you know? I don't know how to play anything, but I'll buy one anyway. So, just so happened, I got home that night, and at the time I was taking the paper, I was looking through the want ads. Bass guitar for sale, $15. Man, I just shot over to that guy's house, and sure as hell was had the 4 strings on it and everything.
Yeah.
You know? And it had a little amp like that, you know. It says all $15 for the whole works, so I bought it. So I took it to the clubhouse the next time we had the meeting, and this one guy showed me how to find a chord or two, you know, this one guy that played guitar. And so pretty soon, you know, I was kind of feeling a little bit comfortable, you know, plunking around there, not really knowing what I was doing, but
Yeah.
just having a lot of fun. And damn if it didn't work out to where I started getting pretty good, you know. And I thought, hell, then this guitar ain't good enough for me, boy. I gotta get the big one, you know. So well, I bought a Fender and an amp. God, the amp was taller than that cabinet, you know, huge thing. I ended up spending $1,600 anyway.
From
$15.
dollars to
Yeah.
$1,600.
Yeah, and we actually formed a pretty good little group.
Mhm.
And then we added a couple more guys to it, and then, so we finally ended up with 5 pieces. And, God, we'd play at a lot of these little bars and everything, you know, $50, you know.
To split?
For the whole, yeah, everybody, $10 a piece, you know. And, we just had a lot of fun for, oh gosh, about 3 years there.
Yeah.
We played. The name of the group was The Occasional Fog. Yeah, we had a guy named Danny Vash. He was our singer.
Yeah.
Boy, that guy could sing, man. He'd close his eyes, man, and he'd get back there and he'd wail them out, boy, bring you to tears, you know. He was really good. And we never had anything original. We always played somebody else's
Covered,
stuff, you know.
yeah.
But God, we got to where we could copy it so close, you know, that
Yeah.
if you didn't know who was playing it, you'd think it was them. And we had a lot of fun. And then we just broke up. I tried another group for a while, and there was just no camaraderie there, you know.
Yeah.
So I dropped it all. Now I have, and this has been about 2 years, I bought another bass, and I bought another amp, and I play along with YouTube and any other musical thing I can find on the computer.
Yeah.
And I play along with it, and I've built up quite a repertoire of songs that I can play well now.
Oh, good.
Yeah, and I just entertain myself. Make believe I'm playing at the.
Yeah.
I used to tell Mary, Carnegie Hall for me, honey. She said, "Yeah, that'll be the day." God, she was. Mary was so damn funny. I'll tell you. Oh, God. Well, where were we?
Okay. Any other hobbies that we don't know about?
Oh, you asked about the guns.
Yeah.
Well,
No,
that
sure.
wasn't actually a hobby. It was actually a business.
Yeah.
But it wasn't my business. It was Mary's Uncle Bud,
Yeah.
Bud and Mary. They had well, what Bud did is he would buy these guns from the Lend-Lease programs that the military had. They'd lend guns over during World War II to Yugoslavia or
Yeah.
wherever, you know. And he specialized in the carbine, the 30 carbine.
Yeah.
And what we would do is we would order the guns, they would come in and we would strip them all down and we'd try to park matching numbers because
Yeah.
every gun that they ever sold us had gone through an armory. And when they go through an armory, all they do is throw another part in it. They don't care if the numbers match or anything because it's all interchangeable. So what we would do is we would strip them all down and try to match numbers, and because it increases the value of the gun by $500-600, you know.
Wow.
So anyway, we would go to all the gun shows and sell the carbines, and God, that was great. It was really great. And Bud was he was kind of a shady character in a way. A great guy, but he liked to make machine guns,
Yeah.
and he never thought he'd ever get caught, you know, because he always thought, well, hell, I know this guy, you know, I'll do this for him, I'll make a gun for him. Or,
Trusting his buddies.
yeah. Anyway, he got caught,
Yeah.
and he got convicted of a felony, him and Mary both, because they were both under the license.
Yeah.
And they confiscated all of his stuff. Oh, hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of guns and parts. And he can never do the business ever again, you know.
Yeah.
He's not even supposed to own a gun because he's a felon.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he does or not. But anyway, I had fun doing that because
Yeah.
I made myself a gun
Yeah.
out of the parts that we got, and it's a paratrooper model with a folding stock.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful gun. It's an inland. And did I ever show it to you?
I don't think you showed me yours.
No, didn't I sell you?
You sold one to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But it
Sold
wasn't
one to
very
me.
good.
I gave it to Joel. Joel gave it to Joey.
Yeah, yeah, good, good. But anyway, that, then the supply dried up.
Yeah.
It's probably good that it did, because he was getting so many people wanting to convert from semi-automatic to automatic.
Yeah.
Bud could do it in heartbeat, you know, simple. It's easy to do too. And I know that he'd have gotten a prison sentence if he'd ever got caught again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it. But because of his age and everything, they just gave him community time.
Yeah.
You know, him and Mary had to go to Meals on Wheels for about a year, you know, and deliver Meals on Wheels. Yeah. And Aunt Mary died, oh, gosh, I guess it's been about 6 years ago now.
Yeah.
I loved her. She was a little nice lady boy. She a little petite little thing, gosh darn, held her figure just like a young girl. God, you can't believe it. But boy, I'll tell you what, she sure had Bud under her thumb. Man, poor guy. We'd go home feeling sorry for Bud every time we went over there. God, you know, we did a lot of fishing,
Yeah.
Bud and I. And Mary too. Mary loved to fish. That was one of her best hobbies. One day we were fishing out in front of Bud's house off his dock in the Napa River.
Yeah.
She snagged onto this sturgeon. 15 minutes she fought it, and she couldn't do it anymore. Her arms wouldn't hold out on it. So I took it over. For an hour, I fought that thing. An hour. It was an hour and 15 minutes total, till I finally got it up to where we could see what it was.
Yeah.